So our platform is divided into three main parts. The first being a quest for a more inclusive community, as well as campus life improvement, and the third being university transparency and SG accountability.
We do have plans on being extremely I guess documented in terms we plan on having everything that we do. We want to have a weekly minute sort of thing, or have everything that we talk about in meetings published, right? And rather than having them published a month after the fact, we'd like to publish them sort of real time. So on a weekly basis, hey, if this is what we've been talking about, we'd like you guys to know about it as well. So we don't want to be delayed in that tactic. So that would be an easy way for students who are interested in getting involved with us, knowing what we're doing.
I think SG overall has had an image problem over the past years. I mean, I'm new here, but it's something that I've heard, and I've been here for an entire year. I've been on college council, and the image problem is a real thing, and I think that there's a lot of progress that could be made in trying to fix that problem, and we're really optimistic about being able to fix that with an increase in our communication and transparency. We really want SG to be a part of the conversation, and we want SG to provide forums for conversations to occur. And for example, Jake and I actually met earlier in the year in fall at one of SG's town hall events, and although there weren't that many people there, it was a great avenue, it was a great place for conversation and talking about controversial issues that were coming up. And I was actually on the panel, and Jake was asking questions, and there were other people in the room, and that panel, conversation, question asking forum was an incredible place where I think I learned a lot, I think Jake learned a lot, I think everyone in the room learned a lot. I think partnering with OMSA on creating this type of a forum and this type of a place for individuals to come together would be great. And I think that just SG providing that place as well would make students come together in an SG held event, and we really want to increase SG's place in the conversation, and we want students to become comfortable with forums that we provide as well.
But in this sense, we wanted everyone to be involved in our process in the sense you know who you're getting, right? These are the people that we worked really hard to find, people who are really qualified for these positions. Their bios are obviously on our website, and we do feel that they're all extremely above and beyond capable of their respective job roles, and knowing who you'll have, I think, is a really wonderful way of being transparent with the people and just letting them know.
As Anika said, we went through a very laborious process of finding people who were qualified for these jobs, who could best do them, who brought ideas to the table, and we're presenting them before the student body, and we're coming before them to assess the people we've chosen, and allow them to make the decision as far as whether or not we made a good decision in that respect. And so again, with the transparency, it's just an issue of in previous positions that have been application based or appointment based, they've been friends or people close to officers, and this sort of makes it different. Additionally, we're committed to a sort of broader representation of people, as we were discussing. So your seat at the table, and we don't believe that 3 people can adequately represent the diversity on this campus.
Yeah, right.
I think the general principle is that unity fosters action.